we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Well,
but
welcome
you are
to another
recording.
episode. Yeah, we are recording. Let's get started. Welcome to another episode of Bingu Choom and K-pop tunes. I am Choom, also known as Reina.
And I'm Bingu, also known as Lacey. We're back again, guys. You see our faces again, and you're always gonna see them.
Every week now. What a blessing.
Yes, and then hopefully we have a good schedule for other content.
That's what we're hoping. We just spent like a good 30 minutes to an hour talking about it, so that's what we're hoping
business.
for. That's business. That's the business side of things. Today, though, we're not talking business. We're talking fun.
Music.
We're talking music. We're talking fun stuff. I totally thought of this idea on my own. It's all it's all my idea.
All original content.
It's all original. Didn't read an article and think, that's a great idea. Today though, we are discussing first half of 2022, what's on our playlist. So we previously did an episode that was like what's on repeat, like what do we listen to frequently no matter what year it came out. But 2022 is halfway over now officially. June just
I can't
passed, and
believe it.
so I don't know where the year went. It's really weird.
Me
But
neither.
I'm like still in February. I'm like, where's the year? But yeah, 2022 is halfway over and a bunch of songs have been released. And so we were just going to discuss what songs we have on repeat / what songs are our favorite for the first half of 2022. I figured it'd make it easier when it comes to the end of the year. We don't have to choose from like all 12 months of songs. We only have to choose from the other 6 months. So
That's nice
I
of
thought
you.
that I thought that would be a little. That's why I looked at the article. Like I said, totally my idea, but that's why I looked at it and I was like, this is smart.
You know what? That is really smart. We're gonna take it.
Yep.
So we have our lists, and I just know that I feel like on this list we have the same group. So I think we should start with the group first. And the first group I'm going to mention is Monsta X. Is Monsta X on
Oh,
your
okay.
list?
I was yes, of course. Who would I be if Monster
Like,
X wasn't on my list?
I was
Like, are
looking
you
through
even
my.
talking to Reina?
I just felt like it was a shot in the dark. It's hit or miss. So I figured we'd just start there and then we could just go back and forth.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
since you know them, like you're in the studio with them, you talk,
I'm in
you talk to everybody. So what song is
Juhan's
on?
best friend. So I have two
Yeah,
songs.
you guys chat all the time.
I do. I could cow him. I just go to those old fan
Yeah, they're like,
calls
come to the studio. Can you listen to this real quick? And you're like, yeah, sure. Just give me like 30 minutes. I got it.
30 minutes, more like 13 hours.
It's gonna be fine. They like give you their private jet. It's gonna be you in
Oh
there. You
man.
are in there.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
The dream. I've got 2 songs from them on my list. Surprise. It was almost 3, and then I was like, "No, Reina, show some self-control."
I removed one of the songs. I also
I
had
did
to.
too, just because it just came out, so I think because it just came out, I'm like, "Oh, new Monsta X's music," and that's why I'm listening to it, but it also came out in July, so technically it can go for the second half. Um, but my 2 songs are the title song, Love, and Wildfire. And they're both
Let's
off of
go.
their recent album. Are those your songs?
Wildfire is on here. That's the one I kept.
I just hear Kihyun's vocals in my head, and that like wildfire, wildfire.
Like, it's so good what he does. It makes no sense how much I play that song, and it's like they just did a great job
They did, and
with
that's one of those
with the
songs
songs.
where it's like, I I don't need to listen to it, like, I can just think of the word wildfire, and I'm like, "Oh, look, it's in
Mhm.
my head."
Mhm.
That's how good it is, that's how well produced it was. It's just one of those songs that you, like, can start singing right then and there. And then I'm
Yeah.
obviously a fan of Juhan's title song, and I know I ranted and raved about how amazing that song was and how he just encompassed so many different genres that I was like, this is a musical masterpiece. So the title song Love is also on my list as well.
Well, I don't need to say mine because I said it was Wildfire. So like maybe I don't know how copyright claims go, but I really want you guys to listen to these when we mention our favorites. So I'll kind of spice it in here and you guys can listen to greatness, especially Wildfire, because it has no business being as good
That
as it is.
good.
Like, it
And
actually does have all the business being that good, but
yeah,
it's really like,
but everybody needs to hear it too. Like that's how amazing
hmm
it is. Like if you haven't heard Wildfire, you're not living your best life.
it's like, I just, I wish I could describe. They just go in. They really just go in.
Super good.
Anyway, since that's off the list, I don't think we're matching with anything else. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Probably not.
That was really lucky. I mean, it wasn't lucky because I like
It
on
was,
sex too. It's not like I'm not a
and
fangirl. I
and
am.
it's expected of me, so
Yeah.
it's expected of
So
me.
my one of my songs that I have on repeat is "Stupid O'clock" by Viction. I know.
Wow! I'm
Are you
surprised.
surprised?
I'm surprised and I'm proud. And I actually have a Viction song on my list
Shut
too, but it's
up.
it's a B-side. It's not their title song, and it's from that album.
I
So
wrote this
mine was
down and I
actually
was like, how random for
it is
Viction to be
pretty.
on here.
It is kind of. I mean, I know you've always liked their music videos, but for the song to be on there, that is kind of. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of you.
You guys made the cut.
You made
Congratulations.
the.
They were like, so I already told Raina this. I had that Apple membership, okay? We had the family plan. I took advantage of it. I didn't have to pay for it. But I had to give it up for my nephew. So I obviously went back to Spotify. And when the membership ends for Apple, they take away everything. Like all your playlists, all your favorite songs, your top 25, they take it all away. So I'm lucky that I was able to try to remember what was on my other playlist. And Stupid O'Clock was the first one I put on there. Cause something about that song. It's it's just I'm surprised because at one point I was like, man, I'm really playing the song a lot. I've played it a lot. And I don't hate it.
I would hope
It's
not.
not that it's not that I don't hate like fiction. I'm just really surprised that I guess it's just something unexpected. But Stupid O'Clock is a really, really good song. Yeah, and I haven't gotten sick of it.
Okay, I'm proud.
Thank
I'm very
you.
proud. My Victon song, as I said, was a B-side. So I'll just lead
Hmm
into it with Victon too. Mine was a B-side. I actually chose Ink as the song that I've had on repeat for
Okay.
2022 because of the songs on that album. I really liked
hmm
Stupid O'Clock and I really liked Ink, but Ink was of the two the more played song.
hmm
And I just, I don't know. There's something about the way that the airy vocals of the song pair with like when the chorus hits and there's like a lead up of some bass, I would say. I guess. I didn't major in music. You'll have to bear with me, you guys. I
We
try my
both don't.
best. I try my best to like describe it without using the same words over and over again, but sometimes it doesn't work. But there was like some bass that leads up into the chorus along with like the airy vocals that come before it. And it's just like the perfect mix of kind of a chiller song for at least my playlist, but
Hmm.
also paired with like the things that I like about the noise music that often gets released in K-pop. And so that was
I'm
the song
writing it
for me.
down. I don't know about you guys, but I write down the songs my friends like so I can like listen
So I
to
can listen to it.
it again. But I know what you mean. I think Stupid O'Clock just has I don't know what
Stupid O'Clock was really good, and I remember when we discussed it in one of our last episodes, I was very pleased overall with how it flowed, like, really nicely. Because I told you in the last episode, that was one thing about Victon is as much as I love them, Hansei has such a distinct rap and distinct voice that sometimes it feels like it's a Victon song featuring Hansei's rap. Like, the rap just
Mhm.
takes me out because it feels like it should be its own section, but Stupid O'Clock flowed really good. So
Yeah, I
Stupid
think that's
O'Clock
what it
was good,
is.
but Ink was just like
I'm gonna have to
it
listen to
was
Ink.
it was a Reina
I'm gonna
song
listen to
without
Ink.
being loud and overbearing, I guess I could say.
It's
It
Raina
was it
losing
was
her inside voice. You
we could
have
put
an
it
inside
that way.
voice, but like music wise, like if we're
Music.
considering that your music, like yeah, inside voice. My next one is I feel like you're gonna be surprised about this too. It's La Seraphim,
Oh
Sour
really?
Grapes. Hmm.
Oh, you did say that you like.
It's it's really good. And like the chorus is just very how do I describe this? It's like kind of quirky, but I really like the vocals voices where she's just like I just like her voice. And it's very it sounds like a crush type of thing. Love is Sour Grapes
Yeah.
is the name of the song. It's like it's sour. It's not that that's what they
And
say in the song.
just
It's
the
telling you.
composition of the song fits in with that like vocally. It was a very
It
uniquely put
is.
together uniquely put together song, so I can
Hmm.
see.
And I like the
Um,
part where they're like sour. Da-na-na-na-na." It was very fun. But I'm surprised La Seraphim's on here. I don't know.
I am
Like any of these groups, or that's pretty much I'd say that's there's one more group in here where I feel like you'd be surprised. Everything else is pretty
I'm actually going into this completely blind, so I feel like I'll be surprised by everything that you tell me for this
I
list
don't
just
think you
because
will just based off of artists
well
that I listen to. Just
okay, based off of artists, but at the same time, you're not listening to like songs from
oh
2022.
yeah. I
So a lot
know.
of it I'm like, I wonder what she's been listening to from 2022. I'm actually very curious.
If you guys want to know what I've been listening to from 2021, I
Go
can
check out her
absolutely
Spotify.
I can absolutely do that. I really can. That's majority of my playlist.
Well, since you mentioned a girl group, I will also mention a girl group because they're the only girl group that's on my list, sadly. And
Mm.
I cut someone else for them because I was like, I really like this song a lot, and I feel guilty not putting them on here. Um, it's Monsta X's company mate. They're like sister group.
Hmm.
I've I have Love Dive on here. That is
Okay.
a song that just gets stuck in my head, and I'm like, I need to go listen to this because I need to get it out of my head. But I just feel like I've overall is trying to go with like a mature concept while also keeping a youthful image, especially because they are like a younger group. And so far their songs have been very like in line with that, where they're it's not quite girl crush, but it's not quite like the cutesy concept. And I think it just encompasses them really well.
Mhm.
And it's fun to listen to their songs and like also listen to or watch their music videos because it's like they're not being forced to be like sexy mature. They're just being
Yeah.
mature but also having like fun while they're doing it, if it makes
It's
sense.
like what we said, they're not forcing a concept.
Yeah.
It seems very much them.
Yeah, it fits like really well with the image that they've put out so far. And so it's just enjoyable to watch their stuff and also listen to their music. And the song is catchy. Like it's just really catchy. I can't say anything else.
What else can we say when it's on our playlist other than
Right?
it's
That we like it.
catchy?
It's
Yes.
catchy and we like it. I don't know though. It's just
Mhm.
one of those songs that I think because they're trying to be mature but also youthful, it just reflects in the music like while they're singing, and it's in comparison to a lot of girl group releases, it's like in line with what I like, and it's fun to listen to for me, and it's
That sounds
catchy.
like the way you describe it makes me want to listen to it. So I hope that's making everyone else want to listen to it. Because I wrote it down.
I'm
I wrote it
trying.
down. It's like
I'm
mature and
trying.
cutesy. Yeah, I'm down for that.
And it's also like the lyrics too. The song is talking about like you were talking about sour grapes, love is sour. This is like essentially them falling in love and like you literally dive into love and it's kind of
Hmm.
unexpected. So it's got like the kind of mature but also like cute idea of love behind it.
I like it.
I don't know if that
I
makes
like it a
sense.
lot.
I tried my best.
You're doing a great job.
I
You're
tried
doing
my
a great job.
best.
So this next one, it shouldn't be a surprise for literally anybody. Do you want to guess who
it's
the artist is?
it's got to be twice.
No, you're
Did they
wrong.
come out with anything? Oh. I feel like I'm in a courtroom and you had one of the no, you're wrong.
Objection. Objection, Your Honor. She was not
She was
correct.
not correct.
She thought she knew me, but she didn't. It's Jungkook,
Nope. Oh,
and it's the song
dang, I'm
"Screwed Up."
disappointed.
I know you should
I'm
be.
disappointed in myself.
That would have been your second guess. I'm hoping it would be your
It will.
second. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
But it was I picked this one up because compared to his title track as well as there's another song on here on his album where I've been playing it a lot. Screwed Up is just very much a vibe for me. I always blast it. It always gets me. Like the best way I can describe this song, which is not a good description, especially if you don't listen to the same things I do. I listen to Selection Radio, and I feel like Selection in this song go well together. I will listen to the song if I'm working, if I'm just like hanging out, or like if I'm just chilling in my room. It's a song where all I have to do is just lay back and enjoy what's going on around me. And for him, he also has a I don't think they really said who the female vocalist is in this song, but good for her because I like that she's on this song. Let me see if it's. Mm, I don't see anybody on here. I just see who it's written by and produced by. But I like her in the song. I don't know who she is, what she stands for. She's
What
so
she stands for.
mysterious.
She's so
But I really like her voice, and I like Jungkook's voice, and it's nice to have a
They complement each other.
they complement each other, and it is a good song. If you like hip hop and R&B, but you kind of feel more like you're wanting something more lo-fi, I guess. Like, is that the best way to describe it? It'll be on those playlists where it's like late night K hip hop R&B playlist. That's what this song gives basically. Hopefully I did a good job with that.
It
So,
sounds exactly like what you would listen to. So just your description of it, I'm like, yep, this sounds like a Lacey song. Even though I've listened to the song itself, I'm like, yep, this sounds like a Lacey song.
yes. So, he's on here. He's only on here once. Would he be on here
That's
more than
impressive.
once?
Would he
Yes,
be
he
on here?
would be on
Yeah.
here more than once.
Monster X was also on mine, almost on mine 3 times. So if Jungkook didn't make it on almost twice, I would be
Something's
very
wrong.
surprised. Yeah, something's
But
wrong. Something's not quite
would it
right.
be wrong because even before this album, his last album is like that album's old. And he hasn't come out with anything either.
That's
So,
true.
okay, that's it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep the Starship artist thing going unintentionally with Monster X and
Okay.
Ive. Unintentionally so. I just happened to look and I was like, oh, there's one more on this list. Um,
One day I
some
will
of you,
memorize the
all of their.
company name. I only
um,
know like I only know the I only knew what I knew when I was in the trenches. Now I don't know anymore.
now you
So
don't know anything. Well,
sorry.
Starship is Monster X, and
Okay,
then
okay,
they
okay.
encompass more. The Gravity is on here. Maybe a surprise, maybe not a surprise. I've mentioned how much I like them before. Um, this is a very Reina song. You might not like it.
I'm not writing it
I'm
down if
also
you're telling me that.
I, I am also very notorious for liking B-sides instead of title songs. There's a couple on here. There's a couple as in exactly two that are or three, I guess, that are title songs, but the rest of them are all B-sides on this list. And this is a B-side from their album that came out earlier this year. And the song is Pow. If that gives
Okay.
anything if that gives
That's
anything away. it's
that feel like
it's
that
a
tells me a lot, especially if you're
it's
telling me it's a very me song.
it's a very me song and the title describes it. It's very loud and energetic and that's why I like it. It's just one of those songs where if it comes on, I could immediately be like, "Oh, the song is on." There's obviously slower portions of it that are just calmer, I guess, and you get a nice kind of I don't know how to describe it. Like the song is loud, but the song or the parts of the song that are like calmer before it gets into the energetic parts just showcase the vocals of the group really well. And so it's like a nice mix of like, oh, I can distinctly hear these members and their voices, but then I also get the loud portion where it's like, yay, this song is so much fun to listen to.
This is it.
This is
Do you hear
it. It's
that?
the chorus. It is just it's a very fun song. And I
Mhm.
also when I was doing my group orders for Monster X earlier this year and I was making like the keychains, the song gave me a lot of energy, so I had it like on repeat and was listening to it cuz I was like, I can get through this task. I've got the energy to
That's
do
a
it.
really good song. If the song can get you through like a task or even just work, that is a good song.
And it was a fun but tedious task, so the fact that I
Mhm,
kept playing this song because I was like it's giving me the energy to power
mhm.
through. It's a song that I'm like I feel kind of bleh right now. Let's go listen to Gravity.
We all
So,
have that song. And that one's yours. So my next one is, I feel like I mentioned this song before on a different episode, but it's Bamboleo by Red Velvet.
to the left to right, I come alive. Ooh, yeah. To the left to right, I sweat all night. To the left to right, I feel the vibe.
And wow, I remember how we said that this album was not good. I remember saying we did not really like this album. We didn't like any of the
I
songs on it,
still don't
and we
really
didn't like
like
the
the album.
title. We didn't like the title track either that they released, but for some reason I listened to it again, and when Bamboleo played, I was like, why did I miss this the first time? Because it's really good. It has this retro flair, but also I feel like this is like a ballad that was meant for me if it was a ballad. Because it's not really, I can't really compare it to a R&B song because it's just not. And I think it's just a, well, I don't know, it's debatable too. It's not slow like ballads are. I think it just has more of an upbeat tempo, and because it has that retro flair in it, that it's very much enjoyable. And it kind of, because of the retro feel, it kind of feels whimsical to me too,
Mhm.
as well as nostalgia for some reason. But I really, really, really love this song. I play it a lot, and if I want something calming, that's the song that I add to my queue when I just want that. So if you want to listen to it, you can. I know you don't like it. I know you don't like the album, but I was surprised
I've
that I completely, that song did not register for me until I was listening to
and then
it
you listen to it a
again.
second time.
Yeah, because
I've gone
I
back.
keep the album. I keep the albums on, or I did on. That's Coco. I'm so sorry, but I keep my albums on. I never take them off for some reason, and then so when it's on shuffle, when I shuffle everything and I just let it play while I'm working, I'm not really paying attention. I was like, this is a really good song. And I checked to see who it is, and it's Red Velvet. And I was like, I said I hated this album. So
I have gone
that's,
back to that album and tried to give it another chance, and it's just the one song that I like on that album. And I can't even tell you the name. I'd have to go look it up. But I keep trying because I'm like, I really like Red Velvet. I really want to like this
don't force
album.
yourself. First of all, don't
I
force yourself.
know,
I didn't
but
say the rest of the album is great. I never said that. You just said you liked one other song.
I like
I
one
like
song.
one song. So I think we're good.
That's enough to go around
I think that's, I think we did it. I think we did it. We just have to hope for the next album to be what we
to be want from
imagine
them.
it to be. So
Okay.
there's that.
Well, I'm glad you went back at the very least, because it's nice to go back and find out that you like something.
Yeah. I mean, it's really a matter of shuffling your music and rediscovering songs. That's just
Yeah.
what it is.
um. Okay. Well, the next song on my list is shouldn't be a surprise because we've talked about it like 3 times now, and I very distinctly remember in our "What's on Repeat" episode just specifying that this is probably going to be on repeat until the end of the year, and then when Spotify releases their most played, that it's probably going to be in the top.
It's gonna be up there.
It'll. I'm like 99% sure at this rate that it's going to be up there, and if
That's
it's
how I
not,
feel. That's how I feel
then
too.
Spotify needs to fix their algorithm. It's not even
Mm,
my fault, it's Spotify's fault.
probably at this point, like, oh my gosh, she's been listening to this so lot.
It's Sober by DKB. Who
Okay.
just recently got into, but I am telling you, there is something addictive about that piano in the song that I just
Piano.
the piano part, I'm addicted to it. And then obviously it's a loud, energetic Reina song, but it's fun to listen to because they're literally talking about getting drunk. And then if you watch the music video, they were drinking gasoline
That's
like
what
right
they
out
were
of
doing.
the yeah, that's that music video. I just really like how the song is put together though. Like it's got the energy that I need to like a song. That piano is really addicting, but then there's that pre-chorus portion where it just kind of sounds very like airy and kind of like you're in a limbo before like the drunk portion hits. And so I think with the title of the song and the way they put the song together, it just all really melds very well. And I'm addicted to that piano. I wasn't expecting that piano sound that they put in to
That
the
piano
song
just
at
really
all.
gets you.
It
It
does.
really
It's
gets
like
you.
that's like my draw to the song. I just never expected that at all, especially because they're like marketed as more of a hip hop R&B group.
Hmm.
And so I just never expected it. And then I got this sound and I'm like, wow, that's what I needed to like this and to like them.
You
So
just needed
that's
a Reina song.
I
That's
did.
it.
I did. I play that song on the way to work quite frequently. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not awake enough and I like put it on as I'm driving to work.
Oh, that's
So
yours. That's
it
your mood in the morning.
yeah. Mainly because I gotta wake up. It's more so I need to wake up. But
You do that.
sometimes
Those would be good songs to listen to wake up.
it is. I can tell you. So I that song's gonna be on repeat probably until the end of the year, and it's gonna make the
Forever.
Spotify Wrapped. And it's probably gonna become the next The Boys song where I have "Shake You Down" on repeat. I have a feeling this is gonna be up there with that.
I want to know how many times you played it. Like, I want to see the number. That's what I'm excited for mine too. I mean,
When Spotify releases.
I'm not gonna be that impressed because I literally just got it like maybe a month ago. So
So the numbers are
it
gonna be
missed
lower.
half. I missed half the year to really, and I can't remember everything that I put on my. I'm sad. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm just okay. So I'm cheating with this one. It's Hazy, and it's the song "Distance" from Undo. Um, I'm not sure what else to say other than why is the song so good. It's the one with I am in it, and it's just
The song
why.
is so
It is
good. I
it is so and it's
when
not
it
even that
came
the album,
the album's really good, but that song, when I listened to the
that
album, well,
song,
I texted for the viewers and listeners. I texted her because I was like, "Have you listened to this yet?" And I specifically told her, I was
man,
like, "The one with I Am is just
it is
wow."
great. And this isn't the only song where I feel this way from that album,
Yeah.
but I put Distance because I know that song is so tired of me. The moment that album dropped, I have not stopped playing it. I play the
Listening.
whole album. I play Distance. I know Distance is tired of me. I know Hazy is like, can we get a break? Can we please get a break?
The one thing
It
too that I
is,
really like about that song in particular is it's a very like hazy song, but also like it's got IM's distinct flair. Like as soon as you listen
yeah.
to it, it's like you're anticipating his feature because you can just hear him and what he had, like what parts he had in it. It just has
Mm.
his like signature on that song.
It is. If you love, if you like either of these artists, you will
You'll
love
love this
this
song.
song.
I agree.
I and don't let it be a rainy day outside because it's gonna fit. It's gonna fit the mood. You're gonna feel. Don't get a cup of coffee. It's like it's that. It's that. What that song is. That's how it feels to me. I really love this song. I think out of
It's
all
a good
the
song.
I think out of the list currently, it's this one and another one on here where I am obsessed. Great, great, great song. Great album, but great song.
I agree. Okay, next one on my list is another Reina song. You might like this one. I don't know. It's N hyphen. Attention, please. Another B side. This was from not the last album that they just came out with. So they had a comeback like a couple weeks ago or a week ago, 2 weeks
They're about
ago.
to have another one too.
No, they just had theirs. N hyphen.
That's the one that just happened.
Yeah.
That must have
So
been
this song
before it
isn't
happened.
from that album. This song is from earlier this year, maybe like January, February, March ish. I don't remember when it came out, but this song is very like a sound that was unexpected from them, I feel like. At least I wasn't expecting it because being in the same group as BTS, they have that kind of like sound of like Hybe's sound, I guess. But this song was very like summery, upbeat, and kind of rock, alternative rock flair. The guitar was very present. And I could literally, if they released a music video for this, I could see a part of the chorus portion of the music video just being like someone with a guitar, just like playing and having fun, like playing and not actually playing it. They're just like jamming out, sort of deal. So
Air
it's
guitar,
just,
like
yeah.
Guitar Hero. Okay.
It's a very upbeat summery release, which it came out in like end of winter, middle of winter, still winter here. It still snows in January, February, March here where I'm at. So I thought it was just a very like stark contrast. The weather outside is cold, but the song is like very warm. And so
That's
I
amazing.
like I like alternative rock. That's the music that I listened to in high school. So whenever that kind of sound makes its way into K-pop, I always get
It's
kind of
very
pleased and
exciting.
yeah, it's exciting to me and it's also kind of nostalgic feeling cuz I'm like listening to music a music genre that I like very forefront now, but I'm also getting like a taste of what I used to listen to. So it's like two things coming together that I really like. So it's very exciting for me. And I liked the song.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thanks. It was also a surprise, like I said, to hear this from them because
From them.
they're a hype. Yeah, they're a hype group, and I know hype is like experimenting now, but it does still very much feel like they're trying to stick to the like hip hop ish roots that they started with, especially
Mm.
with like their younger groups. They're keeping like TXT and Hyphen both have a very like dark, edgy concept about
Hmm.
them. So hearing this from them, I was very surprised, pleasantly surprised.
Okay. What's the
Okay.
name of it again?
Attention, please.
If you guys keep seeing me look down, it's because I'm writing the songs. Oh, right. My turn. This one, I'm going to be honest. I'm stuck between two. I'm going to mention this one because you're not going to believe this, but Dean was on here. It was Dean and
Dean?
Lehigh. Yes.
Oh, okay. I do remember
So
when they released something.
this artist is named Brad Museum,
Yep.
and how do I compare this? It's kind of like, I mean, most of the songs are like it's just him, but he also kind of just based off this album reminds me of like what DJ Khaled does is that he gets a bunch of different artists and he puts them on the song. So that's like what I would compare that to.
He
But
also has a very like quirky, fun kind of concept around him. So he gets all these features, and then the music
mhm.
videos are always kind of like, what the heck is going on? Sort of deal.
I this is he's very new to me. I can't tell you how I even came across this this song. But what I'm talking about is Offline. I'm not okay. I wanna run away. I wanted to mention another one, but I will just stick to this one. Offline. When I saw Dean's name and then I saw Lehigh, I was like, "Oh, this is about to be amazing. This is about to be
The
the greatest song
formula.
ever."
The formula.
It's like artists; those are two artists you would want together just to see what would happen.
Yeah.
For me, like I always think about, oh, I wonder what that would be like with Lehigh or Lehigh being with like Crush and like Zion T, like people like artists like that. I want stuff like that all the time. So the fact that they're together in this song makes me very happy, but it's also a really, really good song.
It is
And
good.
Rad, I'm a fan. His music is it's like funky is the best way to describe at
It
least this
is.
album.
You know who he reminds me of, but it's like a more hip hoppy R&B version of it. Do you remember the I think one of well, I don't think. I know one of the bandmates had passed away. They won like I don't know if it was K-pop star, it was Superstar, I think K3, Ulala Session. They had that music
Oh
video with the
yeah.
wedding and it was
Mhm.
like the insanity. He reminds me like they for some reason whenever I think of Rad Museum, I also think of Ulala Session.
That's a good
They just
comparison too.
they just like kind of go together with like their quirky like what the heck is going on
His
chaos, fun chaos.
his music makes you feel good. Like that's what
Yeah.
I've noticed listening
And that's
to
what Eulala
uh
Session as well had that vibe of where like
mhm.
you enjoy yourself listening to them.
Yeah, it's really I I really loved this album. I was like, "Who is this?" I thought it was a white guy at first, and I was like, "What?" 'Cause his hair was blonde, but he makes really feel good music. But it was just the features I've always wanted, and the way you executed was great, and he's great too. So I feel like if you enjoy fun, feel good, funky music, you would really enjoy it. He produces a lot of sounds that you're not used to when it comes
Yeah.
to Korean music or just I think when if you think about pop music in general as a whole, you don't really hear the stuff he makes. And that's what made this exciting for me too.
Yeah.
Um honorable mention though, I really have to mention it. 4D from the same album with Loco in it. It's Loco and some female artist. It is so good. It is so good. It is a
Loco
skating
is
song. If you love skating, play the song. Play the song. That's it.
Okay. Well, I have another 2 for 1 along with Monsta
Okay.
X. Previously mentioned sorry, that was one of my cats. I don't even know if the mic picked it up. He just sounded
It
very
did. You sound
distraught.
like a baby. Sound like
he
a
found he sounded distraught, so I was like, "What the heck is going on?" So another 2 for 1 mentioned these previously, but it's Pentagon's The Game and One Shot. Both of these songs I had previously mentioned kind of went onto my writing playlist that I have because they're the kind of songs that I can like I really enjoy it. It's got kind of an epic energy to it, and so I can easily zone out while I'm listening and like either focus on work, focus on a task or even like write to it. And usually for songs where it helps like my muse flow and being able to write, it has to fit within a certain like parameter. And these two songs both, they just have that like epic feeling of like, wow, we're going on an adventure, or like we're fighting somebody, or like we're doing something cool. And so I really like these songs. Um, One Shot is just really catchy, and they kind of tie into it motifs for like bang bang, like gun motifs and like sounds and stuff. So it's just really fun to listen to. But then the game kind of ties in, well, doesn't tie in. They have like opera singers in it for a portion of the song. And so that kind of just adds to the epic feeling that I get from it, because it's like this opera, and then their vocals are very like echoey and airy, and then all of a sudden it's like, here's the chorus for you, a lot's going on. So both of those songs, that album itself is one of my favorite released this entire year so far. But those
What?
two yeah, I like all of the songs pretty well on the album,
Mm.
even the slower ballady song. So overall, it's one of my favorite albums released of the year, but like these two songs are my favorite songs. They're probably also going to be on my Spotify repeat.
They'll pop up. The album
I
probably
have a
will pop
feeling.
up.
I have a
Yeah,
feeling. I don't know about the
yeah.
album, but I have a feeling that these two songs are going to be on there at some point.
It's gonna be like top 10, and they're both gonna be there.
Maybe not top 10. Monster X and the Boys will probably still, but it'll
Come out
be
on
it'll
top.
be somewhere it'll be somewhere in that playlist at least that they release, where it's like the 120 or 100 songs that you listen to. It'll probably be within like the top 20.
Okay.
That's
You
what I
should
feel.
write that down, and then we can compare. Maybe
Maybe
that'll
we
be
can
an episode.
compare.
See what actually stayed.
Take our
Okay.
bets.
Yeah. I haven't made any. So,
Well, there's three
I
songs at least that I'm pretty sure will be on Spotify at the end of the year.
okay. So the next one, you're going to feel like I'm cheating with this, but I just know. I just know these things. It's Young Jay's Sugar.
Sugar was really good.
It is so
I I'm
so
still
good. It is just so
I'm
freaking good.
I'm
It's
still so like, that song is.
it gets in your head. The melody of it,
Mhm.
it stays there and it
And
sticks.
his vocals were
Mhm.
just so, that song, we talked about this already, but that song complemented his vocals so well that I just,
It is
ah!
golly, it's so good. And it's another feel good song. It's just I it just makes you feel really nice. And if you want something that makes that like I guess uplifts your mood or gets you through the day, that's a song that I go to. Like that
Yeah.
one, and that's when I'm feeling good working on projects, and in comparison like Wildfire, that's when I'm like grinding through the stress and I'm trying to get it done before 5 o'clock. But Sugar, you did that, Young Jay. That was a great job.
He did. I agree. That was a really
Simple
good
and
song.
sweet. Listen to Sugar and watch it. It's worth your time, I promise.
Okay, well, my last one on the list, because I had two that were two for ones.
Hmm.
Um, Bi Bitu BT
I
BT
heard
however you.
that when I was getting bubble tea, and I was like, you know what? This is a really good song.
Me and you make me go bitter, bitter. You bring the demon out of me. Blame it all on your body. We rubbing our weight.
Like, it is a really good song if you just don't add in Soldier Boy. Like, it is a
Yeah,
really, really good
I've
song.
gotten to the point where I can like zone out his portion of the song and just focus
That's
on
still crazy
BI's and
that you have.
Davita's.
That's
Well,
still
cause
crazy
like I
that we.
utilize Spotify so much that I'm not about to go like download it on another platform so I can listen to the version that I want. Like, that's just
That's
not
fair.
convenient for me, especially when
Mhm.
because most of my music I listen to in my car, and it's just not gonna work to like switch apps really quick. Like, I always have Spotify open as a background app in my car when I get in, just connects to it. So it's really inconvenient. So I've gotten to the point where I can factor out Soldier Boy's part and pretend it doesn't exist. Like, I can just zone that out. But that song, it's just so good. Like, I don't know what to say about it except that it's just so good. And
It's
it was a
really good.
different it was a different side of Hanbin, and it just showcases his musical capabilities really well. And so it was kind of nice to see like this other side of like what he can do. And it's got the whole formula. It's addicting. The choreography is addicting. He moves like an octopus, as Davita said in that
I
video
was
that
about
I
to
linked
say,
you.
this song, I immediately think of the dance.
I
I
do
can
too. That it come
visualize
I
the
can visualize the
entire
dance.
dance, and it makes
The
it
yeah,
it's God, that I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say about that routine. That is the best routine I've seen.
it's super.
Like,
And I'm
top 10 this
still
year.
literally, and I'm still really pleased with that choreography overall cuz like we were talking about when we last did a review on it. It was really nice to see more like hip hop based dancing in K-pop. And like I know he went on to maybe one at the time that we last recorded, he wasn't promoting it, but ended up going on to just one music show I think and promoting it like a little bit. And it was a very like it was the same choreography but a little less just for the stage, I guess is a good way to explain it. But it was still really nice to see like rather than the very precise, fast-paced K-pop choreographies we usually see, to see something that had more hip hop roots to it. I just the lyrics, the whole song is so good. His
Like,
voice,
the
the
tip, it's
lyrics of
like that
it,
is so addicting. Everything about those lyrics. It's gonna
and
be in your
like
head.
it flows too, even with the English lines with the Korean like paired
Hmm.
together. The whole song just flows really well, and I'm just like,
Hmm.
I love that song.
That's a good
And I
song
still
that we
see
both
it. I
like.
still see it on Instagram and TikTok sometimes. It pops up and it's like the background music and I'm like, "Oh great. It's in my head now for like the whole
A
day."
lot of people are still dancing to that, are still
To
doing
it.
that
Yep.
routine. So
Yep.
y'all better than me. I wish there
No.
was a dance studio for me to slowly learn the dance and feel like I was a professional. This will be my last recommendation, or the one that I play a lot, and it's by a group called Stacy,
Okay.
and it's called Run to
They are
You.
right up they are right up your alley.
So out to you, so out to you. 선을 넘는 거라도.
I know.
They like their whole concept is built on like that retro sound. That's like them. That's a
I
group
was
for you.
I was surprised I liked Run to You as much as I did. I think it's just because the way that it starts, I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this song at all. But it's if I consider why I like certain tracks from girl groups, it's because it's not only quirky, but it's very frilly is the best
Yeah.
way I can describe it. And I really love songs that make that, if I'm describing it that way, I'm obsessed with it. I just like really cutesy songs, and the melody of, I think the melody is so different too, where it keeps you energized, and it kind of, I feel like it just kind of came out of nowhere, just how it started off, but I love it, and I'm surprised that they made it here, and I'm happy for them, and they're not going anywhere.
They're not going. Yeah, they're not. They're actually having a comeback pretty soon. So
I
for
will
you.
have to. They're on the list. I'm
Yep,
keeping my eye out for
we'll have to
them.
keep an eye on it for them, for you.
Yeah. So who knows when I'll get off this retro train, but with the way that the songs are being produced, I don't see it going anywhere because
It
whenever
seems to
retro
be
is
the theme.
introduced, people do a really good job with utilizing it. Like they don't I've never really heard something too corny or typical for retro sound, and I think retro sounds is just another way for people to play with sound and music and to just have fun with it. So,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Nice. That is it. That is our first half of 2020.
The 2020, 2020, 22.
Just had to add a little bit of extra twos in there.
When you,
All the
I
twos.
mean, it's not enough twos.
I can keep going with the way I was stuttering. That is our first half of 2022 favorite songs slash what's on our playlist. Um, like I said, I just figured it would cut back on the end of the year when we do like our yearly wrap up. It kind of cuts back on like we only have to do 6 months now instead of the whole 12.
I
Um,
am gonna be interested in seeing if we put down the same songs again. That's what I'm curious about. Or
yeah,
if
if the end of the year kind of ends up being where the first half of 2022 actually beats some of the second half of 2022. Yeah. It might
but
be
let us
fun to
know.
just it might be fun to do an overall second half of 2022 and then later on like a yearly wrap up and
Yeah.
compare and see if the songs actually do overlap.
Mm.
But like Lacey said, let us know what's on your guys' playlist. Did any of the same songs make it? I'm very notorious for B-sides, so there were a lot of B-sides, and we didn't restrict it to B-sides or title songs. So tell us what's on your playlist as well, and actually let us know because Lacey likes, well, I do too, but Lacey likes to write down songs and explore and see, like, oh, this
I
person's listening to this.
do. I really do.
So if there's something that we haven't heard, we might go and listen to it and find out what it's about.
Yeah. Or if there's a song that we mentioned where you're just like, oh my gosh, if you love this song, you would really love this artist or you would like this song too. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it when people do that. So do that for us. And I'll try my best to do the same, but you'll probably already know the song. That's just how it
Because
works for me.
she's stuck in 2021.
And beyond. Like,
I had to literally get a time machine and drag her back to 2022 so we could do this recording today.
yeah, I'm actually not supposed to be here. But
Okay.
okay, be sure to follow us on our Twitter and our Instagram at Bingu Choom. Like and subscribe and give us a good review, please.
Yeah.
And we will see you in the next video.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.